Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Thank you for joining us for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Tiffany Lee. 6 Fort Smith police officers are off the job amid hazing and misconduct allegations. An internal investigation is accusing the 6 officers you see on your screen on the night shift patrol of pointing loaded firearms at fellow officers. According to the chief, the officers are also accused of threatening to withhold backup in dangerous situations. Now, the department says that they are requesting to decertify all of the officers involved. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer has the story.
Rodrigo Roque, Michael D'Agostino, Danny Nakalabin, Seth Dominic, Johnny Lay, and Dalton Tucker are no longer Fort Smith police officers.
We want the public to know that we expect accountability from us just as much as they do.
And the department says their goal is to make sure they can't be at any other department in Arkansas through decertification.
It's any law enforcement agency's responsibility to let people know that these types of individuals are out there.
The process is led by the state's Commission on Law Enforcement Standards and Training. In documents from the Department of Public Safety, the process involves a written notice and a hearing. The commission can revoke certification over a few reasons. Some are failure to meet minimum requirements, conduct that is punishable by law, and committing a violation of the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics. If an officer wants to argue the decertification, they can request a hearing within 20 days of the notice. They can then plead their case to a commission in a public meeting, which they have around every 2 months. Department heads must have a letter of justification or other documentation requested by the commission if they want to request decertification. These actions the former officers in Fort Smith are accused of could be deemed criminal, like pointing a firearm at another person.
It's aggravated assault, in fact.
But the 6 terminated officers are not facing criminal charges at this time, as none of the officers who were victim of threats with firearms are pressing charges right now.
We've consulted with them to they have that option if they want to pursue that.
Well, Fort Smith police say that they are still investigating the situation. 5 News has reached out to some of the terminated officers, and they haven't responded. In other news, police are working to find more answers after a man was found dead near a rest area along I-40 in Ozark. State police say that they found 59-year-old Herman Portillo Beatriz, who's from Texas, dead on the shoulder of the rest stop access road. Right now, it is unclear if police suspect foul play. His body has been taken to the state crime lab to find a cause of death. Now let's send it over to Stephen with a check of the forecast.
It's going to be another chilly day today with wind chill values into the low 20s across northwest Arkansas, across the River Valley, reaching up into the low 30s, but falling short of the freezing point yet again for today of what it feels like out there. Still going to see plenty of sunshine, though, once we get into the afternoon, starting off with some cloud coverage this morning. I think tomorrow morning is going to be a bit cooler outside. Another blast of some cooler air coming in. Wind chill values going to start off into the single digits and teens across the area. But really the big story this week is what's going to come late into the week, Thursday evening, going into Friday morning. We're going to see another low pressure system bringing some moisture up from the Gulf, and this time bringing some significant snow chances back into northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, with higher chances of higher accumulation across the River Valley. So we need to prepare ahead of time. Here's the questions right now that we have. The big one obviously is how much accumulation we're going to be seeing. By the time we get some better data, we'll have a better understanding, especially going into tomorrow. The timing is locking in though for Thursday evening, going into most of the day on Friday. At this point, we should expect at least some closures across the area, as that winter storm watch has already been issued across the River Valley. We look at Futurecast, and again, you're seeing everybody's going to see some snow, but it's a matter of where those heavier bands are going to set up by the time we get through Friday. Higher accumulation expected across the River Valley, while moderate accumulations in northwest Arkansas. The rest of this week, chilly starts to the morning hours, and those snow chances increasing by the time we get to Thursday into most of the day on Friday across the River Valley. This is where we're going to see that higher accumulation coming for the end of the week, with Friday being the day where we can see the most snowfall.
All right, thanks for that, Stephen. Well, today's the second day for you to apply for the Low-Income Energy Assistance Program, also known as LIHEAP. Officials from electric utility companies and other local economic opportunity associations say these types of programs can help you relieve stress and help you put your money towards other important things. If you or someone you know is interested in applying, here's what they say you'll need.
A photo ID, social security number for everybody in the home who is 18 and older. You have to have a copy of your most recent electric or gas or water bill, a copy of the lease that shows how much you're paying for utilities if it's part of it, and of course where the address is, where the service is. We want to provide as many opportunities as we can to help our customers keep their power on.
Well, if you can't apply right now, don't worry. Applications are open until the end of March. However, keep in mind this federal government program is a first-come, first-served basis for those who qualify. Well, the Fayetteville School District says the partial rollout of its FoamFree program has been working so well that they've decided to keep things just as they are. Students in kindergarten through 6th grade do not have any access to phones during the school day. For 7th through 12th graders, phones are only off limits during instructional time. Those are some of your top headlines on this Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining us for the latest news and whether where you live. Have a great day.